So, what have I learned on my first year of luxury shopping? Hi everyone, I'm the Traveling Gay Panda and welcome to my channel. Thanks for watching. I post about things travel, luxury, and a little bit about my lifestyle. What started off last year as mostly a travel webpage has kind of transitioned into somewhat of a luxury field also, and I'm still trying to find the happy ground in between the two. So if you have any recommendations or comments, please let me know down below. Today we'll be talking about my experience and what I've learned and what things were strange to me and then I got used to on my first year of diving into this world of luxury shopping and brands. The first thing that was very different from how I usually shop is that as soon as you walk into a store, the majority, maybe even all of the shopping experiences of the luxury boutiques that I've seen, you're assigned one person. And that's what people call the SA or the sales associate to really follow you around the store, tell you about their products, tell you about the craftsmanship, the quality, and answer any questions you have. Sometimes they'll even go so far as to offer you something, maybe a beverage to drink or some snacks to eat or a coffee or tea or anything like that as you're going around shopping. My first experience of this was at the flagship Burberry store in London a few years ago. This was way before I could even afford anything like this. It was mostly just for window shopping, but I said, yeah, sure, why not? I can just take a look at the quality of the materials. So I went inside. I was greeted by a very lovely lady, and she said, hi, how are you? I'm like, good. Just small talk. Great, great. And I started kind of just veering off and started walking around the floors. And maybe about into the second room that I went to, I noticed that she was following me and my partner. And so I kind of just look awkwardly at her and I'm like, hi. And she was like, oh, do you have any questions? Is there anything you're in particular that you're shopping for? And as an introvert, I'm not someone who likes to small talk. I have a very close group of small friends, and having small talk really exhausts me. As much as I've tried to love it, it is terrifying and makes me very anxious. So at that point, I started sweating and started stuttering and just kind of blacking out, I feel like. And my immediate thought was that she was following me because she could smell that I can't afford any of this. And maybe even worse, she's thinking that I might be stealing something or do something that's, illegal. So that's why she was kind of tailing me. I went to another Burberry store in London, and the same thing happened where someone was following me. So I said, oh my gosh, maybe Burberry is just very, very careful about their products and their customers, that they want to make sure that, maybe I'm not allowed to touch anything and that I have to ask for stuff in order to even see it. And then it wasn't until really this year when I brought up the courage to finally say, I am now at a place where I can afford these things and I want to buy these things. So I don't have anything to fear for in terms of the sales associates judging me for just wanting to see the products and not actually buying anything. So at least that part of my anxiety went away. So then I went to Loewe. I actually vlogged that part in Spain of last year, and I went to the flagship store in Madrid. Maybe about 15 minutes into the shopping experience, someone approached me and said, is there anything that you've seen that you wanted to look at more closely or have any questions about the products? And I said, actually, yes, I would like to look at this. And then from then on, she started following me throughout the whole store. She was friendly enough, and maybe because I put that anxiety away of me thinking that I wasn't good enough to buy any of the products, and because I was actually planning on buying something there, that I felt more comfortable talking to her as if she wasn't trying to get me to buy anything. She wasn't pressuring me too much. So once I got that out of the way, she was actually very friendly, and I had a great rapport with her. and she was pulling out stuff left and right and really trying to accommodate me as much as I could. She asked if I wanted anything to drink. I said water, and she said, "How about some kava if you drink?" And I said, "Sure." I didn't know I could ask for that, but okay. And she was very nice about the whole transaction, at least that sort of that communication, that relationship between us. So that was nice, and that really helped me buy my first bag, and that's I unboxed that with you guys. I realized that in my recent trip to Paris, I went to a lot of the malls like Galerie Lafayette Haussmann, Samaritan, and Bon Marche because I knew that the architecture and the design were beautiful. But when I went in there, I saw that all of these luxury brands were also had like mini stores in the department malls. But because there's more people in there, there's less opportunity for people to have like that one-to-one sales associate to customer experience. A lot of the times they will just let you kind of roam around the store, see the things you want, and when someone is available, they'll come to you. I went there and I actually saw, oh my gosh, this is what a Bottega bag looks like. Oh, this is what the intrecciato weaving feels like. And seeing how it looks on you, seeing what the quality is, the wear and tear after so many people have touched it and tried it on, you or I at least had a better idea of, do I want this, or has it sold me into buying this, or do I want to pass? So that if I go to the boutique store and I ask for that product, I know definitely that I'm going to buy it. And that really helped me a lot because for me, especially in this introduction year of luxury buying, I want to be very conscientious of my spending and also the quality of the products that I buy. If I'm paying a premium for something, I want to have that experience and I want to have that quality be premium also. My rule for myself is that I won't buy anything the day that I see it. I want at least a 24-hour span from seeing it and touching it to the next day so I can sleep on it and really write a mental pros and cons list so I can balance it out and see, do I want it or not? And then the next day I will buy it after a lot of thinking. So instead of seeing or having that pressure of, going to a local boutique and that one-on-one awkward experience one day and then waiting a full next day to buy something, I'll just go to a department store and freely walk around, or a department mall, freely walk around, and then go the next day to have that actual experience at the boutique. So that has saved me a little bit of anxiety. I know from watching a lot of people's YouTube unboxings that they've bought online and they have it shipped to them. When they open that delivery box, there's so much more than just what they bought. They have free packages of fragrances, they might have some cookies, they might have like a note in there or like an extra, what do you call it? Like the covers and stuff. I've started to think, oh, if you get more product for your buck online and get all these free things, why don't I just do that instead of the in-person experience, given the fact that I am pretty introverted and that scares me. Well, to quote the great Emily Gilmore, going to a nice store is half the fun of shopping. I like being greeted at the door and the bustle of people and the shoes and clothes all lined up and pretty. Having someone help you pick out the right thing or help you exchange it if it's not right. And I mean, who am I to disagree with the great Emily Gilmore, Part as much as I cringe at the interactions I have with some of these sales associates, that's part of the luxury experience is to kind of be like catered to. If you have any questions about something, someone's right there to answer it for you. If you want to see if there's a color that's not out in the stock, someone's right there to grab it for you in the back. If you have a question about the leather or how to take care of it, someone's right there to give it to you. If you look like you're thirsty, like I do a lot of the times, someone's there to say, oh, would you like a drink? That's all part of that experience. And what I really love about a lot of these luxury boutiques is that for the most part, the stores they look like they're museums where their products are like displayed like pieces of art. I mean, some places they are pieces of art. Like when I went to Bulgari, when I went to Bottega Veneta and even Loewe. Some of the pieces were just, because they're so whimsical, they were very happy and very artsy. So if you think of, product for your buck in terms of that, you're getting a museum experience and also the product. So for me, I don't want to talk in extremes, but I would like to say that I would steer towards buying in person more than online, because for me the luxury experience really starts when you step foot in that store. I was always used to having a copious amount of supplies. If there wasn't a size that you liked on the storefront, you always knew that there was more in the back that you could just ask someone for, and it'll come, squeeze or air package or airtight package, and they'll just give it to you. And there you go. If there's a color that you're curious about, likely they'll have it in the back. So imagine my surprise when I went to the Loewe store in Madrid, which was their flagship store, and I had a specific bag in mind, which was the Loewe original puzzle in small, brown, and in soft grained leather. And they said, oh, we don't have that. I went to the Chaumet store in Paris, in the Place Vendôme, which is also their flagship store in Paris. I was looking for a Be My Love ring for my middle finger in yellow gold. They said, okay, great, yeah, we have that. And then, but when we tried my ring sizes as a bigger boy, mine was a size 62, and they said, oh, we only have a size 60. And I just thought, how do you not have this size on one of your most popular lines and one of the most popular colors, which is yellow gold, in my size? And then I ended up getting this beautiful white gold one. But that's when I realized that when people say like, "Oh, this is the last one in store," it kind of sounds like it is. I mean, it is. They said this was the last one of this size. My Loewe puzzle bag was the last of that one, and so I always thought that people were just trying to brag about, "Oh, this is very limited. This is very exclusive." And now that I've had this experience, I'm like, "Oh wow, it really is." Oh, and the same happened to my which one was it? My Celine bag, the nano luggage bag. They said, "Oh, we only have these two left in the whole Paris." I was like, "How is that possible?" But I guess that's part of the whole luxury experience, is that it's not, mass market. There is that level of exclusivity. I would say yes. I started this journey thinking I would get one thing from multiple luxury brands. So I have like a collection of one thing from each brand, like Celine, Louis Vuitton, Loewe, um, Bottega Veneta, Chanel, Hermes, Christian Dior. The list goes on. I thought I would get one thing from each place. But once I've started to really look at some of the products, some of them don't really jive with me or vibe with me. And I would say that of all of the brands that I've seen so far, the two that have been standouts have been Loewe and Fendi. Now, I didn't get anything from Fendi last year, but I was very, very close to. If I didn't get my Bottega Veneta bag, then I probably would have gotten a Fendi baguette. But a lot of their just silhouettes, their designs are so much different from the other brands, that I really gravitate towards them. And the qualities are also pretty spectacular. And make sure to subscribe and stick around, because I will be doing a wish list and there's going to be a couple of Fendi pieces in there. Do you remember having some standout brands that you said, oh, I'm going to be a collector of this brand, or this brand is who my loyalty is aligned with? Anyone? Of course. I mean, barring any unfortunate events, I hope to continue on this journey, and I hope that I can share it with you guys for years to come. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, safe travels. Bye.